respected invitees, and my dear participants. In today's seminar, let me say about why is spiritual education today's cry. Friends, spirituality is a flowering of genuine peace movement that assures the humanity the greatest outward unification and unity in all sphere of life. It is just a feeling which one can experience and experiment easily in both capitalist and socialist societies. So, we can experiment and experience it in every living community around us. We can find its dynamic character through our internal eye only. So, friends, we cannot realize the importance of spirituality within the boundaries of traditional religion. We need the dynamic thrust of the Dept.of liberation movement to experience it today. Our intense private devotion or our escapist religious life cannot experience the divine touch of spirituality in the present world. No doubt, it has a positive impact on our young generation, but it has to be channelized properly, failing which it would be a hue and cry in the present world. So, friends, let's think of the spirituality. Let's think of the spirituality in our time, because spirituality is the only route that can lead the society in a better way. So, friends, let's be united to execute the value of spirituality individually and corporately. So, we must realize it within the limit of time only, and because our feelings cannot flourish apart from the world, let's not uncarry it, because it can grow if we nurture and nourish it. It has a source of meaning for all of us. It has a deep relation with our day-to-day problems. Our problems and solutions revolve around spirituality, because our problems find solution through it only. It enhances our divine quality of resolving capacity. Hence, let's just experience it in our day-to-day life and implement it scientifically while searching for the divine world community. So, under these circumstances, let me invite one of my students, Miss Simran Naik, to read out the topic of today, that is, why is spiritual education today's cry, prepared by me and for our young generation in particular and for the whole community in general. Thank you.
Respected chairpersons, Professor Kamakhi Prasad Das Sir, HOD History, Government College, Koraput, respected invitees present on the dais and off the dais, and my dear participants. In today's seminar, I, Simran Naik, would like to present an article on the topic Why is Spiritual Education is the Cry of Our Time, prepared and guided by our departmental HOD, Professor Kamakhi Prasad Das Sir. Friends, spiritual education is a state of mind which indeed human experiences in day-to-day life. While experiencing spiritual education, human in fact confront various problems due to lack of vision. One can cultivate spiritual education in the present world with the level of vision, sense of discipline, cooperation with fellow beings, and sense of interdependency, etc. But friends, in the present world, the above concepts are not rightly cultivated by the human. These concepts are apparently present in the human but not in real sense. Our day to day action with our level of vision affects our sense of spirituality because spirituality needs some extra amount of vision backed by discipline which we do not have in our practical life. Again, I would like to say our newly found global interdependency does not have the resolving capacity at personal level. No doubt, collectivism plays a vital role in many issues, but while cultivating spiritualism, it seems to be feeble very often. Because collectivism is backed by protective spirit, whereas spiritualism believes in the visual spirit. Hence, while cultivating spiritualism, one is concerned to self and intuition and sees the entire humanity through eternal eye and intuition. Everybody cannot go by intuition always while cultivating spiritualism. Hence, it is difficult to cultivate spiritualism in the present world. Spirituality believes in popular opinion but not in collective efforts because millions of mindsets cannot come together on a common platform. So friends, human psyche, ideals and loyalties cannot be realized truly on a common platform to cultivate global spiritualism. No doubt, spiritualism acts for the undivided whole, but its originating point is singular one. But it is very regret to say our present society is very often never finds any singular unit which can initiate and cultivate spiritualism for the greater benefit of the humankind. Everything revolves around us as self-centered and bifurcated very often. Hence, our spiritual education has become today's cry. Again, I must say, we need certain amount of unity vision while solving our problems related to spiritual education which our society does not experience in the present world. Our spiritual problems destroys us unknowingly during our lifetime only. We really have no choice even if we want to get rid of them. So friends, our excess participation in the process of eternalism does not allow our minds to cultivate very essential features of spiritualism which puts us in spiritual scarcity and thus our spiritual education is disturbed. Again, our spiritual life is directly connected to our religious life. But in the present world, both are in scarcity in our society because of extraordinary cosmopolitan practices. Hence, our cosmopolitan social engineering destroys the spiritual value of life. Again, cosmopolitan social engineering very often caused by unnecessary competitive mindset which we do not need for our real progress. Human does not want material competitions for spiritual progress, but human cannot spare material benefit to get the benefit of spiritual life because benefits of spiritual life comes late and it is irony of the fact that human has no patience to spare his or her time. Consequently, spiritual cry appears in today's world. Friends, spiritualism is a kind of movement which originates from a particular point of self-consciousness and then spread all around to attract like-minded people towards its fold. Our history has several examples of this phenomena in the hoary past. Buddhism, Jainism, Christianity, etc. are the best examples of this. Though Buddha, Mahavira, and Jesus Christ cultivated spiritual education through religion, at first they purified themselves before coming to the public field to distribute the spiritual values. Hence, we can say spiritualism is not a new concept, rather, it is within us only. But we need to concentrate our thought to discover it within us. Friends, we need a holistic and global vision while cultivating spiritualism. But our present world community very often becomes casual in this field. Our transcendent and deeply personal feeling regarding spiritual education must be reflected through global window while cultivating spiritualism, following which we cannot cultivate spiritual education rightly. Now, let me clarify why is spiritual education essential in our life. Friends, spiritual education fuels us psychologically and influences us socially, politically, and religiously. Our honesty is rightly justified on the mirror of spiritualism. It never diversifies our current thinking process, as a result of which it is reflected in every sphere of our life. Not only that, our spiritual thinking is reflected in the field of science, arts, politics too. So friends, now let me focus on the path on which humans should travel while cultivating spiritualism. Well, we know that spiritual education is an integral part of human development. Maturity level of our mind is rightly measured through spiritualism only, because it influences both our individual and collective sense. Our willpower is double through it. So, we can say that spiritualism is a new way of thinking which has a recurring effect on our personality. Hence, we must choose a path where we can get the truth by bubbling of the collective consciousness. Friends, we must choose a path which is full of spiritual impulses because it will lead the humanity in right direction. The path must have awakening vibration and should quest a higher consciousness. While concluding my talk, I must say the path must be purpose based. So, let's know what is our purpose. Our purpose is to cultivate love with the sense of divinity. However, we must experience and understand the importance of this path rightly before placing others on it. Friends, beauty rules on this path, but not betray. While walking on the great path, our willpower is tied, commitment is multiplied to work with others, and a defined program is seen carefully. This path focuses on our inner perfection instead of outer one. The path is full of vision, inspiration, initiation, and information. So, friends, let's walk on this path unitedly. A golden success is awaiting us, and ultimately it will cause beneficial to the humankind. Thank you all for your patience.